to start this demo with this example that I found on the NI website that has a Coke machine here, and basically it sits there, waits for you to enter a coin, and then it keeps tally, and when the tally adds up to, in this case, 50 cents, it gives you a Coke, and if there's any extra, it gives you change. And that's the basic process here, and they have a diagram drawn up. So let's start out with a blank VI. So to create a new state diagram, we right click, we go to add-ons, we find the enhanced state diagram editor, we drag and drop, and it drops a while loop with a case structure in it and a few other little things. And there it opens up the state diagram editor. And notice we automatically have two states. We have init, and then we have another state called quit that gets called no matter what at the very end. So to create a new state, we right click in the state diagram editor, select new state, and give it a name. And you'll see that we already have a new case in our case structure. And then if we click on a case, we can see the default transition, and we can drag that and say that the default transition from init should be to wait for event. So let's add a few more states here. Now let's add the exit state. We'll call it exit. And then if we right click on it, we can set it to terminal state, and you'll see that it turns red. Now let's add a transition by right clicking and selecting create transition and dragging to wherever we want it to go. And let's give it a name. After we've created a few transitions, the tool automatically adds this transition logic for us. So if we look in the bottom right corner, we can see this orangish looking VI there, and each of those inputs is a boolean. And so the first one that's true, that is the next, that's what the state will transition to. Once we add all the transitions and states and clean everything up, this is what the new state diagram will look like. Now let's add some nice front panel controls so we can interact with this and see what's going on. Now let's go to the block diagram and add an event structure for all our controls and clean everything up and add a little logic, and we'll be ready to go. Okay, so let's do a little demo where we add a few coins, and once we get over 50, we should get a Coke back and our change. And we do. Alright, so another really cool feature of this state diagram editor is that you can turn on execution highlighting in the diagram, and then as we'll see when I start pressing buttons, you will be able to see it move around, and it also opens up a nice probe that tells you what state we're in. Although it only gives you a number, it'd be nice if it gave you the name of the state. But you press buttons, you can watch the graph on the right. When I press the buttons, you can see it highlight the transition, the new state, and then go back. It'll be more obvious when I hit the exit in a second. So cancel, give me back my change, and then exit it. So if you happen to have a VI that you created with the state diagram editor and you open it up in LabVIEW, it will not automatically open up the editor. So I'll show you in a second once LabVIEW is done loading how to do that. So first you got to go to the block diagram. You notice the little weird lock icon on both the case structure and the while loop. So you right click on the lock icon and click on show editor, and the editor will pop up. There's also an option there to unlock it from the editor, and that will let you change whatever you want and turn it to regular LabVIEW code. To install the toolkit, just look for it on VIPM.